when did you start losing your hair?
It was when I had my first child, when I was 27 years old, just with the stress.
The stress, yeah.
The stress of having kids, and yeah, just went on for there. Had more kids, more stress,
Less hair.
and less hair, and just kept going for there.
And how did the hair transplant go?
It went fine. It was really sore. I do have to say that if you're going to go for a hair transplant, do be prepared for pain. Probably one of the sorest things I've ever went through. So I mean, it did go well, but there was I thought it would have been a lot better outcome than what it was.
And where did you go for your hair transplant?
It was Turkey.
It was Turkey.
Antalya.
So, yeah, very popular destination at the moment.
I don't know. Some people say you're better staying here, but at the same time, I had a friend that was in Antalya, got it done by the same doctor, or whatever you call them, hair surgeons, and he got it done there. So that's where I went.
Happy were you with the hair transplant once it kind of fully grown back in, and can you see the density?
Geez, try to think how I felt at the time. When it first came back in, so what happens is it comes in, and I was really happy. It sort of looks how it looked now, but then it sheds, and then it grows back in again. And then when I started growing back in, I felt a wee bit let down by the outcome. I felt like I'd maybe lost a few hairs. It was maybe like 50% of the hairs that had went in had maybe came out. I wasn't sure. So I just didn't feel like it had worked as well as what I wanted it to.
And is that what led you to look at something to fill that density? Is that why you looked at scalp micropigmentation?
Aye, so I was actually looking to go for another hair transplant. I thought about the pain, I thought about what I went through before, and I thought, what about if I do get one again, go through the pain, it costs a lot of money, and what about if I come back and it's the same outcome.
And what did you find when you were researching scalp micropigmentation in Edinburgh?
So when I was looking it up, I was looking for something, I would say smaller business, so you could get on the phone and you wouldn't be talking to, a
receptionist or just
exactly. You could talk to the person that was going to be doing your treatment.
Yeah.
So that's how I found you guys.
Yeah.
Scalp Bros. I looked at 3 places. There was the bigger one that you wouldn't know who was doing your treatment at the time. You'd probably be speaking to a consultant that's not going to be doing your hair. So and then I looked somewhere else. There was another one that I didn't like the look of, and then I found your page and I looked at your video that you done, and to be honest, what you mentioned in the video about the hair transplant working in with the SNP, that's when I knew that I sort of wanted to come down and see you and have a chat and see what you thought.
What did you think after your first session? Was it sore? Immediately after, what did you think?
To be honest, I've had tattoos,
so,
whole arm tattooed, so I mean it just felt like a normal tattoo for me. It didn't feel that sore. Obviously I've got some scarring on top of the head from the hair transplant, so I don't know if that makes it better or worse. But to me, it just, we had a laugh, we had a chat, listened to a bit of music, it was actually quite therapeutic to me. I don't know why.
Should get paid for therapy session.
Exactly. So yeah, have a chat, wasn't sore for me. I don't know how it would feel for other people, what your pain threshold's like, but I mean, for me, wasn't sore after the first treatment. Was really happy. It did die down a little, but obviously coming back, second treatment, third treatment, was really happy with the outcome.
So you saw the fact that after the first treatment it was very dark and it faded.
Yeah.
And I think you said that you wanted the way it looked after the first treatment and for the final, because obviously it fades.
Yes, that's right, aye. So that's what I was hoping for, and to be honest, that's what I feel that has happened. As I say, I tried to do what do you call it, a review online.
Yeah.
It's not worked yet. I'm still working on
We'll
that.
get there.
But I asked you to work your magic and whatever you thought was going to work, just to do it.
Yeah.
And I think you've done a really good job.
Oh, thanks,
I'm
man.
really, really happy.
And how many sessions did you have?
So I was 3 sessions. By the third session, really happy. And obviously came in today, had a look, and then you just went over wee bits and bobs. So 3 sessions it took. As I say, hardly any pain. And I was quite enjoying coming down, getting a wee drink of juice, having a chat, having a therapy session, and just I feel like what my plans was to go after getting the pigmentation done was to grow it back in, but ever since I've had it done, I think I'm just going to keep it as it is, and just keep shaving it down. I mean, I feel like when you keep it like this, you can, you know, there's less maintenance.
Yeah.
You jump out your bed in the morning and
Ready
go to the
to go.
shop without having to get a shower. Sort of style. But I mean, less maintenance. I feel like it looks better. I would just be worried about growing it back in and it not looking sort of the same as what it did before. Whereas when it looks more dense, I feel if I keep it lower, if I keep it shorter and trimmed down, I feel like it looks a lot more dense.
It does, yeah. And what was the reaction of, say, friends or family or your partner?
My partner was really happy with it. My mum was the exact same. I told them I was getting it done, so there wasn't much of a reaction.
Right.
But they were just like, "Oh, you look a lot younger," you know,
Yeah.
which I was really happy about, as I am getting older. So they were just really happy. They seemed to. They actually said to me they had wished that I just went for the SNP rather than the hair transplant. Previous to getting it done, because obviously the pain that I was in and stuff when I came home, and you really should have seen the state of my head. It was quite a mess.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures you sent me.
Exactly. Yeah. So I sort of, at the same time, I'm glad I did go for it because it did bring in some amount of hair, and it does, when you touch it, you can sort of feel. It does feel like I've got a full head of hair, but with the SNP, it really does just make it look more dense. It looks like I've got a full head of hair, so I'm really happy.
And what would you say to anyone that's thinking about getting SNP done?
I would say come to Scalp Bros. If you're in Edinburgh or Scotland, don't go away down south, because I mean there's a lot of times there's obviously a rest period. You need to come back, rest period, come back, sort of thing. So, and I just don't think there's anywhere better than just coming here, to be honest. I feel like it was really, really nice to meet you. You're a really friendly guy. We had some good chats. I just think SNP's probably the way to go if you want to feel and look younger.
Yeah.
And
you do.
I do.
You do.
I do. I feel a lot younger.
Stop looking at yourself in the mirror.